This is a video on how to sew a simple stitch. A simple stitch is exactly that. It is simple and effective. When you have your pattern pieces cut, you want to line them up so that the edges run next to each other. And then you want to do your simple stitch leaving what's called a seam allowance. So you want to leave a little bit of space, probably about a 1/4 inch, and you want to sew right along the edge, but not right at the edge. If you leave a seam allowance, it'll make the fabric stronger and less likely to pull apart. So what you're going to do is you're going to find the edge where you want to start, line it up as best you can, and this is where you can use pins to line it up and to keep it in place. And then make sure you have your thread doubled with a knot on the end. And you're going to start pulling the thread through, and basically it's almost like you're swimming. You're diving down into the fabric and then coming up, diving down and then coming up. So I'm up now. I'm going to go down through both layers of fabric and pop back up and pull it through. When you pull through, just do it slowly so that the thread does not get tangled. You're going to go down again and pull it up and through. The smaller and closer the stitch, the stronger it'll be. The larger the stitch, the faster it will be to sew it, but it's more likely to pull apart or to have gaps in it. If you want, as you poke through, you can peek on the other side and make sure that your needle is coming all the way through like that, but it's actually almost easier just to keep watching the top, poke it through, try not to poke your finger, bend the fabric a little bit and bring the needle back through. Okay. The simple stitch can also create kind of a cool pattern later on if you want to use it for embroidery or adding some detail to your soft sculpture. Sew as much as you need to sew, but if you're doing the outside of your sculpture, remember you're going to turn it inside out and fill it with stuffing. So you always want to leave a small space to turn it inside out and to stuff the stuffing into it. When you're ready to do a knot, it's just like when you sew on a button. You dip down into the fabric, pull it through, and before that loop goes all the way through, pass your needle through it and pull it tight. Do it a second time just to make sure. Pull that loop through. Before that loop goes all the way, poke your needle through the hole, pull it tight, and then you can clip it off. Okay? That's how you sew a simple stitch.